Before we go, a few highs and lows, beginning with a man not exactly known for self-examination, Bill O'Reilly. On Wednesday, when Democratic leaders gathered for the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington, O'Reilly was outraged about the fact that Republican leaders were excluded.
No Republicans and no conservatives.
If it would have been me, I would have certainly invited President George
Okay, so
W. Bush.
you see that was a mistake.
But Republicans were invited. They chose not to come. So on Thursday, O'Reilly followed up with this.
Now, the mistake, entirely on me. I simply assumed that since all the speakers were liberal Democrats, Republicans were excluded. So here's the tip of the day. Always check out the facts before you make a definitive statement. And when you make a mistake, admit it. By the way, I'm sorry I made that mistake.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was something that's all too rare on cable news, a correction. It was a media low turned into a high. Now this, on the other hand, this was nothing but a low.
This is the Syrian Electronic Army's logo. People started tweeting that this image was popping up for them on their computer screens when they were trying unsuccessfully to refresh the broken New York Times website.
Yes, the Times website was hacked by a secretive band of cyber criminals. Their digital fingerprints were found on the Huffington Post and Twitter, too. And on Saturday, there was this warning of maybe more to come, relayed by my New York Times colleague, Michael Schmidt. The government, he wrote, has also taken the unusual step of warning federal agencies and private companies that American military action in Syria could spur cyber attacks, the officials said. There were no such warnings before previous military operations, like the one against Libya in 2011. Hopefully those fears will be unfounded. Now let's finish with a high for next week. Back to school time for 3 reliable sources. Robin Roberts, who left Good Morning America 1 year ago for a life-saving bone marrow transplant, says she feels well enough now to resume a 5-day-a-week schedule. Since February, she had been working part-time. And Brian Williams, who's been out for knee replacement surgery for nearly a month, is feeling better too. He says he'll return to NBC Nightly News on Tuesday. His friend Jon Stewart is also back that day, after a summer break from The Daily Show to shoot a movie. I wonder if he'll have anything to say about Bill O'Reilly's apology. We'll see.